Hello, you beautiful legends, and welcome to Blunt Force Healing Podcast, project, journal, whatever you call it. It's exactly second last day of the first phase of this project that went on for almost 3 years. It's day number 999. So it's an episode and consecutive day of blogging. Number 999. So for 999 days, every single day, I wrote a blog post and then recorded an episode, be it in audio back in the days at the beginning of the project, or video like this one, which you're probably watching right now on YouTube or Spotify. So it will be a short one. I don't want to drag for too long, but on one side it feels weird that this thing is kind of ending. The daily blogging and podcasting, but at the same time it is kind of relief, because despite everything that I've learned so far and the experience that I've gained by blogging and podcasting, and all the challenges along the way in making it the same day to be at least written down and recorded, was difficult in itself. And I must admit, it was tiring at times, and it wore me out a little bit. So at some stage I decided that this is not sustainable long term. And I set myself a goal of 1,000 days and 1,000 episodes and 1,000 blog posts, basically. And here we are, 999. It's kind of surreal to know that this is ending and transitioning, because I'm not closing or finishing that project. It's just the first phase, as I mentioned. So it will transition into something else. I am yet to know exactly what it will be, but for now, in that transition period or transition phase, I will still do some of the blogging and podcasting, but in less frequent manner, more concise, hopefully more interesting as well, because some of the days were very dull and there was nothing really to talk about. And I think I repeated myself very often, and I suspect I lost subscribers because of that. So I'm sorry to those of you that found this journal boring, but it was journal. I was writing and describing in the podcast as well the current day, and if nothing major happened during the day, it's very hard to extract anything of interest. So at the moment it's just 12 past 8 p.m. here in Donegal, Ireland. As you can see through the window, it's miserable from the very start of the day until now. It's raining constantly with very short gaps in the rain. So the only update, and I want to start from that update that I actually gave title to the post from, the contract. And some of you might know the band called 21 Pilots. Some of you might not, or are not very much interested, but it's enough said that I'm a big fan of their music, and not only music, the visuals, the whole package. And I feel like many other people that they are one of the very significant artists that will pave the path in music, and already paved the path in music for similar artists or new creators, new artists Not only because they are just a duo, so two people creating such a complex compositions musically, visually, and from a lyrics perspective, as well as interconnected songs in terms of lyrics. It's very difficult to create that as a band of 5, 6, 4, forget 2 people. And 2 people to be so creative and so well versed at the stage, being able to create amazing shows and being able to create live different versions of their own songs that later on become almost like the separate songs in themselves. It's just amazing. So without glorifying them too much, obviously I try to be as unbiased as possible, but I was very excited after their recent Clancy tour, and I was finishing in Europe and on British Isles and in Ireland. So we were in Dublin on their show in Ireland, the only show in Ireland, in the Republic. They were in Belfast and in Dublin on the island of Ireland, and then the last 3 shows were in the UK, 2 in Manchester, I believe, or 1 in Manchester and 2 in London. So that was the end of it. That was a very long tour, 73 concerts or something like that, across the globe. So a very tiring thing, and I felt hunger after that because it was great to see them, but there's a strange feeling when you connect with the band on that level. And I was afraid that I will be sentenced to listen to their albums for a long time, over and over again, before anything new will come up. And they announced recently, probably about a month ago, that they are releasing the single, which was already a big excitement. And it exactly happened today. So today was release of The Contract, new single. And usually when the new single comes up of any band, there are very rare bands that come up with the single that hits you straight in, emotionally, strikes the right chords in kind of your internal self. And the composition and the visuals of the clip, I saw them live, and live their show was not only musically flawless, but visually it was a treat for anyone. And now that I wasn't expecting it, and after first listen I know that this will be a very good single, and it should hit very high in terms of the rankings, not only because they have a great fan base and they can match the requirements for a good music to any age group. So that's another thing that is very unusual. Very rare it happens that music of certain bands is actually making it enticing for different age groups. They usually are either good for young audience or older audience or some middle-aged audience with some kind of scattered listeners in different age groups. But 21 Pilots have very balanced listener group, and I know why, because they just know how to create good music. Nothing genius per se. They are not classic, composers of classical music or anything like that. they just know what a human being likes to listen in terms of melody, what human being wants to hear in terms of lyrics, and how to combine it with visuals that people will love, and they create that package, and it's just amazing. So the contract is out now, 12th of June 2025, and the new album is coming up in September, which is very exciting, and I hope that, you know, along the way another 1 or 2 singles will come up to help with the wait time. But you know, it's already June, so it's probably about 3 months, so a quarter before the actual album comes out. And considering that it's summertime, I think that time will pass quickly and it won't be a long wait. But that's 11 minutes about 21 Pilots mostly. So let me just quickly summarize 999th day, especially that I'm currently entering the forest, which are not many in Ireland. So I am in Eni. Even though it's raining and Julian didn't want me to go out, Elizabeth was a little bit concerned that I'm going about 1 or 2 hours before sunset to the forest in the evening, but I'm not going anywhere deep into the forest. I'm just going to check usual places to see if any mushrooms are coming up, because it's already kind of summer started. It's warm enough, it's enough water to produce some of the fungi, so I'm hoping to find something. So this morning I wanted to go for a run or for a jog with Elizabeth, but just as she was leaving for her interval run, I got a call from a person that I already dealt with, and he has plenty of wood, chopped and seasoned. So they are dried logs, ash logs, which are very good for our sauna. So and it's much more financially viable to buy from him. So he brought me a trailer of 30 bags, and each bag is roughly about 18 kilograms. I don't know if in pounds is probably about 40 pounds or something like that. 40-pound bags. I think just about that. A little bit under 40 pounds. So 18 kilograms of ash logs each. If you calculate that and multiply that by 30, you can imagine it was over half ton of wood that I had to carry and stack up and cover with the tarp. So it was a bit of an exercise, and during that time Elizabeth did her run, Julian was at school, and then as she was coming back from the run and I finished sacking up the wood, I decided to go and do the workout, the very short workout that I started yesterday, because Julian kind of he inspired me. He's 13 and he started doing out of nowhere. I mentioned that in one episode, that he started waking up early and doing a small workout of sit-ups, push-ups and plank every single day. And he did. Today was the 12th day, and for me it was the 2nd day. So I recreated exactly his calendar and mine, and I do the same thing as him. So he knows that he inspired me, and if he keeps going, I will keep going, and we'll both benefit from that, because hopefully he will have a healthy father. So I had plenty of workout today, I'm happy as a clam, as they say, because of that, because of the fact that we have a day off today and there's no sauna deployment, and also because that contract came up and I have another new song from 21 Pilots to listen to, so I'll be torturing the rest of the family with that single for a while, but that's the way it is. I just love it. And at the moment I'm in Ini. It's raining, it's miserable, but I'll check if there are any mushrooms, and if I find even one edible mushroom today, that will be a perfect trio. Great workout day, new single from 21 Pilots, and a mushroom. But it's a long way, it's a stretch if I can find anything today. It's still early for mushrooms to pop up, the ones that I'm looking for, so it might be difficult. But yeah, tomorrow is the day off as well, and tomorrow is the 1000th day and the last day that I will produce a daily update and a daily video update and daily blog post. So for those of you that listened or followed for a while, thank you very much. Don't go anywhere, I'm not finishing. It's just a different format or different way of doing things. There will be plenty of drone stuff. There will be more editing, less kind of ad hoc updates, less dragging and less unnecessary stuff, and more concise and packaged and compressed episodes, so they're more interesting. And also I will stop doing the thumbnails from Leonardo AI, the anime thumbnails. I think that they are misleading people to think that the content that they are clicking on is anime or something like that, and when they see my face they probably either skip or drop the ball, and that's understandable. I can see that in the stats that the videos are not performing as well as they should, and I don't care about monetization or anything like that. I do care that when people click, I want them to spend some time and enjoy what they are watching instead of kind of clicking away and feeling like they wasted time, maybe even unsubscribing if they were subscribers. So thank you very much for tuning in. Have a great rest of the day wherever you are on this beautiful planet. Stay tuned and see you again tomorrow.